What's up, guys? I know it's been a little bit since I've done a video, but I've had a cold and trying to get over this thing and my throat, and I can't talk that well. But, I think it's time that I just need to buckle down and just freaking do it. So for my very first video I ever did, I did an FAQ where I just had a bunch of my friends on Facebook and Instagram ask me random questions, and I think I only really answered maybe 3 or 4 of them. But I got a lot of questions, so I figured I'd revisit that one and see if I can knock out some more that you guys asked. And for this one, I'm just going to call it a random FAQ number 2. So the first question is, would you rather be deaf or blind? This one is really tough because I love music, but you need to be able to see to do just about anything in this world. So I'm going to pick going deaf. Because if you're blind, at least you can watch TV with subtitles on. It sucks that you can't listen to music anymore or obviously freaking hear anything at all. But I can still drive to the store. I can still work for the most part. Like I said, like going blind, the only benefit is you can still listen to music and you can hear things. But, what fun is going to band practice as a blind person if you need your mom to drive you? What's the difference between left-handed or right-handed masturbation? In all honesty, probably 15 minutes. What's the best guitar solo and why is it Comfortably Numb? The answer to that's very simple. David Gilmour's a freaking genius. Like, you listen to that song. If you haven't listened to that song, go out and listen to it. The end solo in that, it's like 2 minutes long, which sounds long, but it's just an emotional roller coaster. He does so little, but he makes so much out of it. Like, to come up to play that song it's pretty easy, but to come up with it, he's a wizard. It's magic. That's why it's the best. He used magic. Your all-time favorite anime and why? Well, a lot of people might think I'd say something like Dragon Ball Z or whatever, but I'm actually going to go with Hunter x Hunter 2011, which is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so in-depth and it's perfect. And the next one, it's got to be a tie between that one and Parasite and the Maxim. I have no idea why that one's my favorite. I like sci-fi. It's super good. The music in it, again, I love music. The music is amazing. Music kind of made it for me. Every time I hear like one of those songs, it just brings it all back to me and everything's right in the world. Who is your favorite comedian and why? Man, this is a tough one because I watch a lot of comedy and I watch a lot of funny shows. Honestly, I don't know if he's a favorite, but somebody I like a lot right now. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Chris D'Elia, I think that's how you say his last name. He's probably one of my favorites right now. He's hilarious. I love the way how he can interact with the audience. Normally there's like this wall between like the presenter and the audience or the people that are listening or whatever. And he just breaks it down and talks directly to the audience, and it's great. I love the way how he does that. But I also like Brian Regan, Louis C.K., George Carlin, Chris Rock. There's so many. Hey, I might get a lot of crap for it, but Bill Cosby, he was hilarious, man. He's so funny. Bill Hicks, Steve Martin. There's so many amazing comedians out there. But yeah, right now I'd probably say Chris D'Elia. He's probably the only person that I really have followed recently, and plus his stuff is all on Netflix, so that makes it super easy to watch. So, how many months into a relationship is it okay for you to ask for anal sex? This is a pretty tricky one. There's so many ways you can go about this. Honestly, there's 2 ways. You can get her drunk and then just see what happens when you give it a try. The second way is, instead of just directly asking if it's okay to find out if it's something that she's into, like, lie about it. Be like, yeah, well, my ex-girlfriend, she used to do this for me all the time. And if she's like, ew, no, I don't want to do that, chances are it's probably not going to happen, man. But if you're going to put a time frame on it, like feeling comfortable, I don't know how long into the relationship, but I would say 3 solid months after you guys start having sex, regular sex. That's not a rule that I would follow, but if I was going to offer anybody advice, that would be the golden rule for that one. Would you continue to hang out with a girl that subjects you to 3 songs in a row of Little Mix and doesn't think Pewdiepie or Maxim Bad are funny? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Maxim Bad or whatever. I never really got into him. Like, I don't like him or dislike him. I just don't watch him. But Pewdiepie is pretty damn great. I enjoy the hell out of some Pewdiepie. He is awesome. I love his sense of humor. I love his accent. I just love how he talks directly to the fans when they talk crap on him, and he lets them know how stupid they are. Love all of it. And if she doesn't think either one of them are funny, then that's not too much of a deal breaker. But listening to the 3 songs of Little Mix, yeah, sorry. I don't think I would continue this year unless if we've already started having anal sex. What's your 1 rep max for squat, bench press, and deadlift? You know, back in the day, like a long time ago, well, 5 years ago, when I was lifting 4 to 6 times a week, I think my squat was right around 405. I had a really strong squat. My bench press was probably around 355-ish, somewhere around there. And my deadlift has always been horrible. That's what happens when you're over 6 feet tall and you have long arms, long legs, and I guess you're weak. The most I ever deadlifted was probably about 375, which sounds like a lot, but compared to my squat, my bench press, it's nothing. Like I said, that was 5 years ago though, and I was working out 6 days a week, like minimum of 4. Now, for the past 2 or 3 years, I think I only work out maybe 2, maybe 3 times a week at the most. My squat is probably maybe 315 to 330, somewhere around there. Bench press is maybe 285, 290, and my squat or my deadlift is, probably the same as my bench press, maybe 290, 300 if I get really lucky. But like I said, my deadlift has always been a joke. If you drop the soap on the floor, is the floor clean or is the soap dirty? Now, this one's actually kind of easy to answer because the answer is yes to both of them. The floor is now clean and your soap is now dirty. Because when you drop it, any of the dirt that's on the floor is now stuck to the soap, making the floor clean. And since it's stuck to the soap, your soap is dirty. All I have to say is be very, very careful picking it up. And for the last question, this is a tough one. What are your life goals? Now, like I said, this is kind of a tough one. I have a lot of goals I'm trying to complete. I like to start a band. I like to actually be part of, me and this other guy that I know that plays the drums. We get together every once in a while and we play. But I'd like to get an actual full-blown band and do a show. It'd be cool to get to the point where I make money doing it, but it's like one of the hardest things in the whole world is making money off of your art. And I think I would just really enjoy being able to make music and have other people enjoy it. Another life goal that I have is I've been working on acting for about 4 years now, with a couple breaks here and there, but I take acting classes, I go to auditions, I study acting, I read up on it, I get emails for casting calls. I've been working on it for quite some time now. It's a growing process. I'm getting better and better at whatever. But, that's another life goal. I'd like to be able to do that for a living. That'd be pretty cool. And as far as things that I want to do before I die, most of them involve traveling. I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go to Japan. I'd like to travel to different places in the United States, like New York. I'd like to visit Canada. Mostly all of it's just traveling. I'd like to maybe start up like a clothing company. I'd like to eventually make money on YouTube. That would be kind of cool. It's probably going to be a long time before that happens, but you never get anywhere by not doing it, so here I am. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, no matter how hard or difficult, confusing, weird, whatever, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them in an upcoming video. And I also want you guys to let me know in the comments what your favorite comedian is and how long you should wait before you have anal sex. Why not? And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and click the little belly icon. And I'll see you guys next time.